So good morning and welcome to day 21 of scaling my marketing consultancy agency, to 10k a month. As you can see, if you look around in the woods today, just taking a little walk because basically I wanted to clear my head a little bit because I had a no-show this morning and a cancellation for later, which means that obviously I have some time to be able to do this, which is why I'm out here. But also I just wanted to just reflect and just try and clear my head a little bit, because obviously at the minute, the theme over the last week, if you've been watching the videos, has kind of been stress and, I've got all these meetings and it's stressful to have my diary so packed, especially when I have clients on to deliver for. But alongside that, obviously, because I've spent money to acquire those calls in the first place, I want to make sure that I'm actually doing them. I don't want to be missing the calls or them not going ahead with it, because obviously if half of the people just decided not to show up, then that kind of doubles my cost per book call, and it hurts profitability if I'm not able to pitch and have a conversation with potentially very good leads. So there's that side to the story. I've paused my ads for the minute because I've been able to see what works now. I needed to make adjustments to the campaign anyway, because I need to obviously have a look at, this rain is getting worse, I'm telling you. But I needed to have a look at what works best, and I know what works best now. The lead magnet that I'm running with my book is really good. So I'm gonna create a new campaign in a couple of weeks and launch that when I'm ready to get new calls, new clients in, when I have a bit more cash injected into the business from my next payday of my part-time job. I'm able to put a little bit of extra money into that as well every month, because I get a little bit extra, and I'm always paid for the previous month's actual hours, if that makes sense. So basically, I'll have some money to be able to do that. On top of that, let me go up here actually. Don't want to stay out too long. On top of that, I guess what I'm trying to really get a grip of at the minute is the whole mentality piece and what to do when uncertainty like this hits. There's something weird about, and quite therapeutic even, about me putting out this camera and talking to it, because all of a sudden I can't be a little mess whinging about certain things while I'm like speaking to the camera and uploading this to a public domain. I have to speak some sort of reason and have some sort of idea to explain and describe, more than just it's not working, or whatever I have to moan about at that specific time or that specific day. So it's quite therapeutic about that. Sometimes I realise, some things are quite silly. Like for me to be affected so much about a no-show or a cancellation, when they actually let me know in advance, the no-show didn't, but the cancellation did, means that I can still do that meeting in the future. They're just not ready to do it now for a million different reasons. Something came up that's more important, and that's completely fine. So I guess, in general, obviously when I make these and kind of evaluate everything that's going on with the business, everything that's going on in my life in general. Sorry, I just went up a really steep hill and I'm trying to talk to the camera. Clearly not as fit as I thought I was. But I think I really need to get a grip of that side of things, because I think it's that whole thing about, if you're kind of going through some level of pain or discomfort, it's a good thing because you're growing. And I'm trying to stick to that and remind myself of that, because over the last week in particular, booking in loads of calls, getting more clients in, having payments come through and thinking, I'm getting somewhere, I'm genuinely getting somewhere with this. It obviously makes me think to the future and just even still now, the day to day, but seeing a potentially really positive future makes me think, wow, there's going to be a lot of change in my life, and there's already a lot of change in my life based on what's happened in the last like 3 weeks. We're only 3 weeks into the year, and in those 3 weeks I've got 3 clients, I've got like a load of calls, and I think beyond that I've just been able to learn so much about what is needed for me to get to the next stage with my business, and learn more about myself as well, and my boundaries and things that I can take in terms of what stress is, and over time obviously looking to increase that threshold in terms of, okay, I've got these clients on now, I'm going to make sure that they get really good results, and then beyond that I can take on new clients, make sure they get really good results. This is just the overall process I'm trying to go through now, and that I'm finding quite difficult, is as long as I can get the current clients good results, I can make sure I can get the new clients good results, and I can therefore increase the value and the prices of my services over time. That's it. I just need to find the missing pieces to be able to do that. So the step by step for me to get to from where I am now, which is a bit of a stress mess, for me to getting to a good point and kind of replacing my income from my part-time job, is genuinely very, very close. Like there's not much of a gap in between the two at all. It's just a case of, well, now I need to kind of productize the service, make sure that everybody I'm working with is getting really good results. I'm very happy. As long as I can do that, I can get more clients on, do the same, and from the commission I'll be getting a lot as well because they're getting good results. So that's all there is to it. Obviously the day-to-day a bit at the minute is quite unstable, based on, I don't want to have difficult conversations with clients because it's not going well. I don't want to be skipping meetings, and obviously because of or like having those cancellations, I mean. But obviously and then with the part-time job as well, obviously, like last night I did 4 till 10 and I was kind of up from 8 working. Today it's going to be the same. Like I've been up since 7:30 and I'll be up until 10 working, and then go home and sleep and kind of do it all over again tomorrow. And I don't mind that. I don't mind the work like that. I like it. But yeah, I just need to make sure that as long as I'm doing the right things in those times, then things will move forward. And again, from that, like, you can see positives in everything, in terms of like, if I have a no-show or a cancellation or a reschedule anyway to a different day, it just means that in that day I have more time. So if I'm moaning one day about time and then the next day I have loads of it and I don't use it well, then it just means that I'm not really attacking the real problem, because the real problem clearly isn't time, it's emotion related. And that's what I'm realising now, it's emotion related. It's about my stress, it's about it blocking me from doing the things that I need to do. And if I can stop it from doing that, then I'll be able to move forward with my business. And that's where I'm at the minute. So you'll see from the next couple of weeks of videos from now where I can take action on those over time to basically increase and improve everything that's happening at the minute. But there is day 21 for you, 3 weeks into the year, a week away from the end of the month in February. So bring it on, it will be a better month then.